fact, you raise the issue about dissent within the NPP. Going into an election in which they are trailing, the last thing they need is disagreement on their front in terms of the choices they make about candidates. So you have a situation where Napo's own contemporaries in parliament, some of whom are from his own region, the Ashanti region, are taking against his nomination. So even in the Ashanti region, there's no unanimity and consensus about his viability as a running mate.
To be fair,
the former majority leader, Felix Ofosu, made subtle references to this when he said that the NPP does not need a hot-headed person, and it was because Napo's name had emerged. You spoke about the Ashanti Achim MP, Afi Akubi, who has publicly voiced his opposition, and there is an MP who comes from the Ashanti region, the very region that Napo comes from. And there's very good reason for why they are saying so, because there is a man who comes across as arrogant and disrespectful to the people of Ghana. You have him as energy minister. At a time when people are going through economic hardships, and this government's own incompetence has ensured that we cannot buy fuel to fire thermal plants, and so there's load shedding, people are sleeping in sweltering heat and darkness. He tells people who are legitimately demanding that the managers of the energy sector provide some guide by way of a timetable so that they can plan their lives, that they should go and prepare their own timetable. There is a man who is able to pitch himself against people of a particular region. There's flooding in Keta, so the people of Keta demand that government make some budgetary allocation to resolve the issue. He tells them that if that is done, he will demonstrate against it. So you are going to pick a flag bearer who says that as for him, some regions do not deserve to be attended to, and that it is only the Ashanti region that should be attended to. There is a man who is asked questions about the non-availability of basic facilities in senior high schools, like toilets. Then he tells the questioner that the children in those secondary schools should be grateful that they can defecate in polythene bags. So someone like this is not bringing any net value to the ticket beyond tickling the fancy and excitement of rabid NPP supporters. But the NPP itself knows that if the election was going to be engaged in by only NPP supporters, they don't have to show up for the contest because they will lose. Again, if the only reason,
I'll get you,
and I believe that is so,
yes,
and I believe that is so,
on that point,
if the only reason for appointing Napo is to excite people in the Ashanti region, what are they telling the remaining 15 regions of Ghana? That it is only the Ashanti region that matters. And you see, this notion that the NPP can win elections with just the Ashanti region is a myth. It has never happened in Ghana's history, and it will never happen. Even in 2008, when they tried desperately to do that, they failed. Since then, they have never been able to achieve that. To win the elections, they have to win or get significant votes from elsewhere, everywhere else where elections are held in this country.
I intend that.
And therefore, if your candidate is such that he can only get you votes from one region, what do you think the other regions will do to you?